Hello everybody, in today's video we're going to be checking out the new ShengShou Pearl 3x3. Now this is supposed to be the best 3x3 that ShengShou has ever come out with, and it can maybe compete with some of the better top tier cubes that are out there at the moment. So this is what the box looks like, pretty standard. And we get into this, we have a pamphlet. Just for any pamphlet nerds out there, go ahead and pause the video if you'd like to take a closer look at this pamphlet. Onto the cube itself. So right away it kind of feels like it's deforming in my hands, but let's try some turns. Alright, so right away it's a very smooth cube the way that it turns. It's not a bumpy cube or anything like that. It's a very light feeling, airy type of cube. It does feel like it's it can deform a little bit, but I feel like the tensions maybe, well, you know what, the tensions look good, but they feel like they're looser than they should be. But maybe that's just because it's a very light, airy feeling, kind of wobbly type of cube. But overall, so far, it seems to function pretty well. I am getting a little bit of lockups though. Corner cutting is very good. Reverse is effortless. Wow. That's nice. One thing, okay, so the first thing about this cube I like is that it feels light. It feels airy. But it also does feel a little bit unstable, in my opinion. This is like, you know, I've had this for 30 seconds in my hands now. But it seems to move really well. So I feel like it's a little bit catchy, but not like crazy, like it's gonna lock up on me. You just feel that little click as you go through it. It doesn't really like, you know, stop me from turning or anything like that. Like that, a little bit. Yeah, so a really nice feeling cube. It is 56 millimeter and it weighs 83.9 grams. If you don't like the sticker scheme, I'm sure you can find something on there, but there is no actual custom sticker scheme for this, at least on the Cubicles website that I'm looking at right now. It is $13.99, so I think it's not quite a budget cube, but it's not also a very expensive one either. It's an intermediate cube, and it kind of feels like that as well. Now, a lot of cheap cubes feel cheap, and this thing doesn't really feel cheap. It feels like an intermediate cube. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go and solve this thing and get used to it, because right now I can't really say much more besides the fact that it feels like it's a little bit catchy, it's wobbly, kind of deforms a lot, and it's light. Corner cut's great. Plastic feels good too, I gotta say that. And the stickers look like they're really good quality. But anyways, let's go and watch some solves. So I mentioned that this puzzle had a catching issue. Now keep in mind that I hadn't done a full solve on that at the time, but the catching issue has actually gotten worse. When I actually put it to speed and tried to speed solve it, the deforming of the puzzle mixed with that catching issue really wrecks my average and wrecks my times. You'll see it right here, just locks up on me, and if you go back and look again, you'll see that it deforms and then it just try to go through and it just really locks up. So that's a big problem with this puzzle. I can't get my average. That was an example of an extreme case there. This one here is an example of a solve that I can get good. So you can get good solves on this, but I don't average that. It's rare that I get a 13-second solve with this puzzle. These next three solves will reflect what I usually get, which is the 16 to 17-second average, which is what I averaged a long time ago. Anyways, so when I review these type of puzzles, I've heard people and read comments, you know, in various places. People don't think that I review puzzles, you know, right, because I never give a bad review on something. And it's because there's always good things to look at in puzzles. When I get a puzzle that is made for a beginner, I review it as a beginner's puzzle. I see too many people out there who are faster solvers reviewing a puzzle and saying how much this thing sucks. Yeah, for them it sucks, but they're reviewing a product that is used for people of all sorts of speeds, not just their speed. So there's always a way to review a puzzle. So that's why my reviews are usually positive. But this one here, I'm having a hard time. I gotta be honest, I'm having a hard time maintaining that type of thing. And I know that it's gonna be good for very beginners. It's just not good for me, and honestly, it's not motivating for me to solve on. All right, everybody, so my final impressions of this is that it's not going to be my main, that's for sure. My main is the boron treated Weilong GTS M2. Yeah, I mean, overall, I'm just not impressed with this puzzle. My first impression was pretty good, but as I started solving with it, man, did this thing start locking up, and no matter what I did to it, tensioning, lubing, honestly, it just kind of made it worse as I went. I would definitely recommend it to a beginner, though. Like I'm talking very beginner, somebody who doesn't care about lockups, who doesn't get them because they're not fast enough to get them, stuff like that. This thing is the lockiest cube I've ever tried besides a old original Rubik's brand puzzle. Anyways, guys, if you'd like this puzzle, links at the top of the description down below, and you can get it cheaper than that price by using coupon code CrazyBadCuber at checkout. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.